राम 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 सर्वेभ्यः हृत्पूर्वकनमस्काराः। प्रवेशकक्ष्यायां सर्वेषां स्वागतम्। भोगिपर्वणः सङ्क्रान्तिपर्वणश्च हार्दाः अनन्ताः शुभाशयाः। Very warm welcome to all of you to class 95 of Pravesha, and best wishes and prayers on this occasion of Bhogi, and called by different names in different parts of India, and Sankranti also, which is being celebrated tomorrow. So as usual, let us begin with Guru Vandanam. Just a moment. I will just edit the cover slide a bit to include lesson 12 also. सर्वेषां पुनः एकवारं स्वागतम्। ये याश्च इदानीम् एव अत्र कक्ष्यायाम् आगतवत्यश्च तासां कृते तेषां कृते च भोगिपर्वणः तथा सङ्क्रान्तिपर्वणः हार्दाः अनन्ताः शुभाशयाः। अद्यतनपाठः 11 पाठः तथा 12 पाठः अपि। पाठद्वयं प्रायः अद्य करिष्यामः कक्ष्यायाम्। A warm welcome once again to all of you to Pravesha class 95. So today we will mostly cover both lessons 11 and 12, and also a very important announcement. This is the penultimate class for Pravesha. Next Sunday will be the final teaching class, meaning next Sunday we will discuss the pattern of the question paper and probably a few questions. If you have doubts, please mail me in advance. And if there are any emails which I haven't replied to so far, also please do send me a reminder email. With the same email, you can send me that you request me to reply to that, and I will try to do so by next week. After next week, there will be no more classes, but we will have one final valedictory session, like a concluding session, which we have in all our classes, which will not have any component of teaching, but it would be a valedictory session with certain information about Vyoma, and also your feedback about the course, and if you have any courses you want to request for further, etc. So you can share whatever you want with us. So you will have a lot of time in that class, in that session. So today and next Sunday will be the final teaching sessions. Okay, so let us begin as usual with Guru Vandanam and Mangala Shlokaha. सर्वे गुरुवन्दनं मङ्गलश्लोकद्वयं च वदन्तु इति प्रार्थये। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे, गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे। न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः, मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। ब्रवीमि संस्कृतं वाचा, ध्यायामि संस्कृतं हृदा। कुर्वे सेवाञ्च कायेन, वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम् यो नरः संस्कृतव्योम्निह्यालयम् रमते मुदा संस्कृतिं चैव संस्कारम् विन्दते नात्र संशयः। किञ्चिदिव पुनरावर्तनं कुर्मः। एकादश पाठः सूक्तिः। क्षुद्रेऽपि नूनं शरणं प्रपन्ने मम त्वमुच्चैः शिरसामतीव इति कालिदासस्य कुमारसम्भवात् उद्धृतः एषः श्लोकः अत्यद्भुतः श्लोकः। दिवाकराद्रक्षति यो गुहासु लीनं दिवा भातमिवान्धकारम् लीनं दिवा भीतमिवान्धकारम् क्षुद्रेऽपि नूनं शरणं प्रपन्ने मम त्वमुच्चैः शिरसामतीव। पुनः एकवारं वदामि। दिवाकराद्रक्षति यो गुहासु लीनं दिवा भीतमिवान्धकारम् क्षुद्रेऽपि नूनं शरणं प्रपन्ने मम त्वमुच्चैः शिरसामतीव। अंधकारं दिवाभीतम् अस्ति। अंधकारं नाम तमः। दिवाभीतं, the darkness is as though it is scared of the light and daylight. अंधकारः किं करोति? तत्र गुहासु लीनः भवति अंधकारः. So that darkness goes and hides in the caves of Himalayas, Himalaya Parvata, where even light cannot penetrate. That is how those caves are. This is a description of the Himalayas in Kumarasambhava of Kalidasa. Divakarat rakshati. So Himalaya Parvatah, Himalayah, Divakarat अंधकारं दिवाभीतम् अंधकारं गुहासुलीनं दिवाकरात् हिमालयः रक्षति. So the Himalaya Parvata protects this darkness, which is as though it is scared of light and is hidden in the caves of Himalayas. It protects that darkness from the sun. So even the sun cannot penetrate those caves. They are so dark. So that is the description. Kshudrepi noonam sharanam prapanne mamatvam uchchai shirasam ativa. Kshudre api uchchai shirasam sharanam prapanne noonam ativa mamatvam. Even though a person is lowly or insignificant, here mostly lowly, and maybe someone who has committed sins, etc., Uchchai Shirasam, for the high-minded, great souls, noble ones with lofty ideals, Sharanam Prapanne, if they are surrendered to, Noonam, definitely, Ativa Mamatvam, they display deep affection. Mamatvam means like my own person, like how you would display affection to your own family members or to your own friends. So someone you consider your own, Mamatvam, Ativa Mamatvam. So they display that same level of affection to everyone once if they are surrendered to, even if a person is of not very high merit or is a lowly person or has committed sins, etc. We saw many examples in the previous class from Srimad Ramayanam and other places where those high-minded, we've seen examples in our Puranas and Itihasas where the high-minded or those with lofty ideals have actually protected, they have helped, even though they themselves might have been harmed by the same person or by the same Rakshasa, etc. previously. Shabdaha Shabdaha Dhatavaha. Last class we learned that Ekadashaha Pathaha, the 11th lesson, has many Shabdas given to you. I hope you all learned some of these Shabdas. And for the exam, you might go through the previous year's papers to see which are the important Shabdas being asked. But having said that, the Shabdas in the Pravesha textbook are all basic ones. So this is something which is important for all of us to memorize at this stage. It lays a great foundation. I think I have repeated this enough and more number of times, but at the cost of repetition, please study, learn these Shabdas, read them, memorize them, sit in groups, either online or if you can meet, nothing like it. Each one can tell one vibhakti. Keep repeating them aloud, write them down. You must become extremely thorough in these shabdas. The effort you put in now at Pravesha stage will go a very long way in your study of Sanskritam in future. So exam is not the end destination for us. It's just a journey. Exam is just, like I said, to make us maybe have a time bound commitment to master certain syllabus. And Pravesha syllabus or any first level of any organization, Sanskritam exam, the first level with these shabdas and dhatus is extremely important, because without this, we cannot progress further. We might pass the exam, that's okay, but our ultimate aim is to master the language. Mastery in the sense that is a distant, that's always a goal which we are moving towards. There's nothing called as absolute mastery, but to understand the language, the basics of the language, such that we can appreciate the great treasure we have in this language by reading the originals, whether it is Srimad Ramayanam or Mahabharatam or Bhagavad Gita, whatever, and or Ayurveda texts or Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, Panini's Ashtadhyayi, whichever you take. So to enable us to reach there, we must learn the basics, coming back to Shabdas. So to help you all, in the last class, we displayed certain tools. If you all did not attend last class, anyone here, please go through the video recording. It's on the course page and on YouTube. So we displayed certain tools which will aid in your learning. So there is a flip book. Otherwise, you also have the same hard copy book available with Sanskrit noun forms in Vyoma. And also the Anucharanam and Parayanam modes are extremely useful. Because even in the previous Pravesha classes I've taught, many of them used to say, is there some way we can just keep listening to the recitation of the Shabda? Or some way where we can just keep repeating? And these tools here in this particular product, they are very helpful, especially for elderly learners, to keep listening and to keep repeating along with the tool. So I will not demonstrate it again this class. We have done it in detail in the previous class. You can go through that. The links to these are also up on the course page. So please make use of it. It is a great way to learn shabdas and dhatus, especially if we have other commitments and we can't really attend, group sessions to repeat with our friends or co-learners. You can make use of this tool and learn the shabdas. Time permitting, today we might revise a few shabdas in class, but we have already done Rama, Rama, Hari, Guru, these basic ones in the previous classes as and when we had time. Sudha Bhagini has also done shabdas in yesterday's Abhyasa session. But even then, I don't think we have covered all the shabdas in lesson 11. You will have to go through them, and all the basic important ones we have covered in this class. You can go through the question papers. They ask you to write a shabda or two in the paper. The question papers, previous year's papers are also uploaded on our course page. So next class, we will go through any paper in detail. Even 2023 latest paper is uploaded, I think August 2023. So please go through the question paper. You will see the pattern, and you will also notice that the pattern might change. It may not be exactly the same. You will get a choice in your exam to pick and write a shabda from the given ones. But again, like I said, it's not just for exam. For us to construct any sentence, even like Ramaha Gayati, Sita Hasati, we need Shabda and Dhatus. Okay, so for that, please learn these thoroughly. And this should become a Nitya activity. I mean, Abhyasa for Dirgha Kala will help us. Consistency is important. Not just whether we sit for one day and read for 10 hours and then leave it. Consistently every day, please devote some time to learn, listen, repeat, whichever mode you find useful to master these shabdas and dhatus. Dhatu Rupa Parichayaha, verb conjugations. This we have learned that there are 10 ganas in Sanskrit and 10 lakaras. And in Pravesha, you are expected to thoroughly memorize 4 lakaras. Lat vartamane, present tense. Then anadyatana bhute lang. We have learnt these also. 2 classes we did thoroughly what each of these lakaras mean. Lang, past tense. Then rit, simple future. Samanya bhavishyati rit. And lot, that is prerana or agnya, imperative mood, command or request. Sometimes it's also used in the sense of benediction, lot. So these 4 we have gone through in different lessons for both Parasmai Padam and Atmane Padam forms. And again in this Dhatu Rupa Parichayaha interactive tool, you have these 4 lakaras only for now in this particular tool from Vyoma. So you can make use of that tool again for, sorry, for both your Anucharanam and Parayanam. And below that particular verb, you will have certain things given like Pat Dhatu, if they give you, then they will also give you which are the other dhatus similar to Pat Dhatu. So that tool will help you that way to have similar conjugations of verbs. Okay, so this also has been shared with you previously. Please go through that. Okay, so in your 11th lesson, you are introduced to 2 verbs. Bhu, which you already know, that is bhavati. The dhatu is bhu. Bhu sattayam means in the sense of being or is there in that sense. Bhu dhatu is in parasmai padam. And vadi abhivadana stutyoho, that is I will check. I think there is a vadi abhivadana stutyoho. That is atmane padam. That is dhatu for either for prostration or saluting, like vandate vandete. That is a atmane padam verb. So you have 10 forms, that is 10 lakaras of these 2 dhatus given to you. So from what I understand, though you may not be asked to say write the lit lakara form of a dhatu, but you are expected to at least be aware and sort of know, like for example, babhuva is which lakara. If they ask you, you must know babhuva is lit lakara. For that, if you just go through this table of 10 lakaras, 10 tenses for bhu, parasmai padam, and for vandate, that is an atmane padam, then that would help you in the exam and for you to understand the lakaras better. So these are given in lesson 11. Today's class, I will display it on the screen. Like you know, already for 4 lakaras, we have already done this before. Other 6 lakaras, we will just read them out in the class. And the same 2 dhatus are given in lesson 11 of your textbook also. So this I would like each of you to take the lead and read. Please raise your hands. I will request, so we have 20 forms, so 20 of you will be able to read 10 into 2. So I will start calling out the names. Geeta Krishnamurthy Bhagini.
Hari Om Bhagini.
Hari Om.
Bhu Sattayam, the sense to be. Parasmaipadi Latlakaraha. Prathama Purushaha Bhavati Bhavataha Bhavanti. Madhyama Purushaha Bhavasi Bhavataha Bhavatha. Uttama Purushaha Bhavami Bhavavaha Bhavamaha.
Uttamam Bhagini, dhanyavadaha. So those who already read, please raise, lower your hand. Also, generally, next would be Chaya Vaidya Bhagini. Please be ready for the next one. Generally, while reading this table, we just say Bhudhatuhu, Parasmai Padi, Latlakaraha, Bhavati, Bhavataha, Bhavanti, Bhavasi, bhavachah, bhavacha, bhavami, bhavavaha, bhavamaha. We just say the table like that. We don't repeat Prathama Purusha, Madhya Purusha, Uttam Purusha each time. Also, this aids in learning. So for me and for many others, from what I have heard, this simple tune, whether it is for Shabda or Dhatus, this simple tune helps in understanding and also helps in memorizing better. So akarantah pullingaha Rama Shabdaha Ramaha Ramau Ramaha He Rama He Ramau He Ramaha. So it goes in a tune like that. But I leave it to you. It is okay to either tell in tune or not, but the general practice is to learn and to recite in the tune. So this one would be bhu dhatuhu parasmai padi latlakaraha bhavati bhavatah bhavanti bhavasi bhavatah bhavacha bhavami bhavavaha bhavamaha. So next one, request you to tell this in a tune, Chaya Vaidyaji. This is lit lakarah. So we know that anadyatana paroksha bhute lit. Right? We have learned that. Yes.
भूधातुः परस्मैपदी लिट् लकारः भव बभूव बभूवतुः बभूव बभूवुः बभूविथ बभूवतुः बभूव बभूव बभूविव बभूविम.
उत्तमम् उत्तमं भगिनी, धन्यवादाः. I have retained the same order of the lakaras as they have given in your textbook for your ease of reference. If you're looking at the textbook and the slides, I have retained the same order which is in your textbook. Binu Bhagini.
Namaste.
हाँ बीनू जी नमस्ते. Next one.
भूसत्तायां परस्मैपदी लुट् भविता भवितारौ भवितारः भवितासि भवितास्तः भवितास्थ भवितास्मि भवितास्वः भवितास्मः.
उत्तमं धन्यवादाः महोदय.
धन्यवादः.
लक्ष्मी जयरामन भगिनी. राम राम राम. So this is bhavishyati lrit, samanya bhavishyati lrit, simple future.
भू सत्तायां परस्मैपदी लिट् लकारः भविष्यति भविष्यतः भविष्यन्ति भविष्यसि भविष्यतः भविष्यथ भविष्यामि भविष्यावः भविष्यामः.
The bha should be clearer, Bhagini. Mahaprana. Bhavishyati, bhavishyatah, bhavishyanti. Okay? Yeah. The Salpa Prana, Mahaprana, all of you please remember. Dhanyavadaha. Uttamam, Bhagini. Rema, Bhagini.
नमो नमः भगिनी.
Namo Namaha.
भूधातु परस्मैपदे लोट्लकारः भवतु भवतु भवथात् भवतां भवन्तु भव भवतात् भवतं भवत भवानी भवावव भवाम भवाम.
Bhavani, bhavava, bhavama.
भवानी भवाव भवाम.
Yes. Now, could you repeat it with the raga? Bhavatu, bhavatat, bhavatam, bhavantu, bhava, bhavatat, bhavatam, bhavata, bhavani, bhavava, bhavama.
Yes. Bhavatu, bhavatat, bhavatam, bhavantu, bhava, bhavatat, bhavatam, bhavata, bhavani, bhavava, bhavama.
Uttamam Bhagini.
Yeah, this is little more easier.
Yes, yes, please. Yes, that is what I was saying. So I would, in fact, I would recommend all of you to please start with the tune. Start repeating with the tune if you haven't done so already. both for shabdas and dhatus. Even if you see in the tool which I told you, interactive tool, Anucharanam and Parayanam modes are with tune. It is taught in a tune traditionally for many centuries also, because it registers faster, and it somehow there is a ring, so you will, after many times when you read, you will understand, it just registers. And you will be able to remember, and without your knowledge, automatically you will say the correct word there. So please practice in the tune, all of you. Next, Lang Lakarah. Ram Krishnamurti Mahodayah. So Anadyatana Bhute Lang. Ram Mahodaya. Ram Mahodaya, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
I can hear you now, yes.
Bhu Sattayam Parasmaipadi Lang Lakara. Sattayam Parasmaipadi Lang Lakaraha. Abhavat Abhavatam Abhavan Abhavaha Abhavata Abhavatam Abhavata Abhavam Abhava
Abhavava.
Abhavava Abhavama.
Uttamam. The last line again. Abhavam, Abhavava, Abhavama.
Abhavam Abhavava Abhavama.
Uttamam Mahodaya. Very good. So you will learn the tune, you will understand it better. Priya T. Bhagini.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste. Next one. Vidhiling.
Okay. Bhu dhatuhu parasmaipadi vidiling bhavet bhavetam bhaveshuhu
Bhaveyuhu.
bhaveyuhu bhavehe bhavetam bhaveta bhaveyam bhaveva bhavema.
Uttamam Bhagini. All of you are reading very well. Yugal Kishore Mahodaya. Yugal Kishore Mahodaya. युगल किशोर महोदय कृपया अनम्यूट करोतु वदतु इदानीम् आशीर्लिङ्ग्
भू सत्तायां परस्मैपदी आशीर्लिङ्ग् भूयात् भूयास्तां भूयासुः भूयाः भूयास्तं भूयास्त भूयासं भूयास्व भूयास्म.
उत्तमं महोदय. Okay. Chaya Vaidya Bhagini. So those who have, I see no more hands. So even those who have not recited, those who have recited, everyone can raise your hands. We have more to go.
भू धातुः परस्मैपदी लुङ् लकारः अभूत् अभूताम् अभूवन् अभूः अभूतम् अभूत अभूवम् अभूव अभूम.
उत्तमं भगिनी. धन्यवादाः. शिवलिंगम महोदय.
नमस्ते भगिनी.
नमस्ते. You can say ring.
भू शब्दायां परस्मैपदी लुङ् लकार. अभविष्यतम्
अभविष्यत्
अभविष्यत्
अभविष्यताम्
abhavishyatam,
Abhavish. Mm.
abhavishyatam,
Mm.
abhavishyan,
Ah.
abhavishyaha,
Mm.
abhavishyatam,
Mm.
abhavishyata,
Mm.
abhavishyam,
Mm.
abhavishyava,
Abhavishyava.
abhavishyava,
Mm.
abhavishyamaha,
No, abhavishyama, not maha.
abhavishyama.
Ha,
I
uttamam. So
just
I will just.
recently enrolled Bhagini, that's why I'm.
Oh, no problem at all. You are doing a great job, even though you have recently enrolled. So, all those who have recently enrolled, please start going through the PPTs and the videos right from the beginning, and that will help you. So, I will just read this Abhavishyat once with Raga. अभविष्यत् अभविष्यताम् अभविष्यन् अभविष्यः अभविष्यतम् अभविष्यत अभविष्यम् अभविष्याव अभविष्याम. Okay, so no problem. Those who are enrolled newly also, please go through the PPTs. But another announcement which I will make now and in the next class I will let you all know is there have been a few instances where we have had some typos inadvertently. We had with reviews we have missed them, etc. So overlooked by oversight. Sorry about that. In the PPTs, this is during the lessons. So, for example, pullingaha, the spelling of pullingaha. I will repeat this again in the next class. In the first few slides, I think the pullingaha spelling is wrongly spelled. Again, we have corrected it. We are very sorry. We apologize for certain typos now and then. But what I would request you to do is to follow the PPT, because whatever PPT we have uploaded, if there are any typos or any errors which we think should be corrected, we revise the PPT and upload the corrected one, the accurate one on the website, on our course page. However, in the video, unfortunately, on YouTube, we don't have that option. And this we have also discussed. So maybe after the course, we will try to put like description in the videos where there are typos, to be careful and to correct that typo. Because we have got queries, and also we are aware that though the PPT is corrected, the video, it remains the same because the slide has already been shared. And we really can't remove just that part of the slide and insert another slide in the video on YouTube. It's a recording. So in that sense, if there is a discrepancy in any spelling or anything, please go by what is in the PPT, because they are corrected in the course page. So it is very essential for you all to download the PPTs and go through them parallelly along with the videos. Please don't forget this. This is a humble request from my side. Otherwise, sometimes the video, the typo is just there. And in some videos, Sudha Bhagini and I have pointed out then and there that it's a typo and we will correct it. In some others, even we might have overlooked. So in such cases, please go by the PPT. Okay. Now, let us go to Vand Dhatuhu. KSR Mahodaya. Atmanepadam. Latlakarah.
Okay, madam.
There are two of you, is it?
Yeah, madam.
Okay, so one can read one, the other can read the next one.
Only one, madam. KSR only.
Oh, okay. I thought there are two of you listening there. Okay.
No, only one.
Okay. Vadatu Mahodaya.
Vanda abhivadana tuyo
Sutyoho.
Atmanepadi lat lakaraha.
Mm.
Vandate, vandayate, vandante. Vandase, vandete, vandedva.
Vandadhve.
Vandedve.
Vandadhve.
Vandedve.
Natu, it's not Vande Dve, it is Vandadve.
Vandadve.
Hmm.
Vande, Vandave, Vandavahe, Vandamahe.
Uttamam Mahodaya.
This is fourth class, madam.
Okay, okay. And also very pranams to your dedication and that you are attending. That itself is great.
Thank you, madam.
Dhanyavadaha. All of you, please don't get daunted. You can go through the recordings. We have done it at a very slow pace, actually. This Pravesha, it has gone on for much longer than we expected the course, but we wanted to do it. We didn't want to rush through. So you have everything to your aid. So please go through. I will read this once with the raga. Vandate, vandete, vandante, vandase, vandeche, vandadve, vande, vandavahe, vandamahe. Next. Priyati Bhagini.
Yes, ma'am.
Lit Lakarah.
वन्द् धातुः आत्मनेपदी लिट् लकारः ववन्दे ववन्देता ववन्दा ववन्द
Vavandate.
ववन्दाते ववन्दिरे ववन्दिशे ववन्दाथे ववन्दिद्वे वविन्दे
Vavande.
ववन्दे ववन्दिवहे ववन्दिवहे ववन्दिमहे.
Uttamam. I will read this once. Vavande, Vavandate, Vavandire, Vavandishe, Vavandache, Vavandidve, Vavande, Vavandivahe, Vavandimahe. So one thing is, all of you, please start reciting aloud before you memorize. Go through it multiple times and start become thorough in reading. So you should be able to read very fluently without making a single error. Then you can go to the next step of memorizing. Okay. Next we have Lut Lakarah. Vasanti Subramanian Bhagini. Lut Lakarah. Namaste.
वंद धातु आत्मनेपदी लुट् लकार वंदिता वंदितरौ वंदिता
Sorry. Here it should be Vanditarau. Okay. Yes. Vandita.
वंदितारौ वंदितारः वंदितासे वंदितासाथे वंदिताद्वे वंदिताहे वंदितास्वहे वंदितास्महे.
Uttamam Bhagini. Dhanyavadaha. So this again, so this typo also we will correct and put it up. Okay. Next. Ganesh Nayak ji.
Ram.
Ram. I will just change the slide. Give me 1 minute. Wait, I should remove that annotation. It just goes on to all the slides. Yes, Rit Lakarah.
वन्धातुः आत्मनेपदी लृट् लकारः वन्दिष्येते वन्दिष्यते वन्दिष्येते वन्दिष्यन्ते वन्दिष्यसे वन्दिष्येथे वन्दिष्यध्वे वन्दिष्ये वन्दिष्यावहे वन्दिष्यामहे.
Uttamam Mahodaya. So these, I think, Rit, those who have been attending will be clear about Rit by now. Okay. Sanjeev Kakkar Mahodayah.
नमस्ते
Namaste.
वंद धातु आत्मनेपदी लोट लकारः वंदताम वंदेताम वंदन्ताम वंदस्व वंदेथाम वंदध्वम वंदे वंदावहै वंदामहै.
Uttamam Mahodaya. The first word, could you repeat? Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam.
वंदताम.
So there, the is slightly heard less than the requirement. So it is vandatam. It is heard as vandatam. That the slightly it is heard less. Like if you remember in the initial classes, we learnt how hrasva is one matra kala, the time taken to pronounce. So the slightly more you should give for the. So vandatam. Could you repeat that, please?
Vandatam.
Uttamam. Did you get the difference, Sanjeev ji?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Thank
Uttamam. Dhanyavadaha. So every time we keep going back to the basics of what we have learned in the first few classes. The first few classes we did were only introductory classes in Pravesha. So for those who have joined newly, before you start with the lessons, please make it a point to do those introductory classes. They are very important for accurate pronunciation and also to learn about basics of nouns, verbs, and words in general. Okay, so now lang lakaraha. Anne-Marie Bhagini.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Atmanepadi lan avandata avandetam avandanta avandathaha avandetham avandadhvam avande avandavahi avandamahi.
Uttamam Bhagini. Dhanyavadaha.
Dhanyavadaha.
Meena ji. Meena Bhagini. Vidhiling lakaraha.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Vandeta, vandeya,
Vandeta.
vandeta, vandeyatam, vanderan, vandethaha, vandeya,
It is vandethaha, not vandethaha.
vandethaha.
No. Bhagini, you are saying vandethaha. It is vandethaha.
Vandethaha.
Yes.
Vandethaha, vandeyatham, vandethvam, vandeya, vandevahi, vandemahi.
Uttamam. So first one, vandeta. We do not say vandeta. We don't give a dirgha to ta because it is rasva. So when you chant in a raga, I will just repeat this once for all of you. You will know how the hrasva dirgha differentiation is very clear. Vandeta, vandeyatam, vanderan. So vandeta, vandeyatam, vanderan. Vandethaha, vandeyatham, vandedhvam, vandeya, vandevahi, vandemahi. So you're in the tune while chanting, the hrasva dirgha differentiation should be extremely clear. And I'm grateful to my guru, Mata Anantalakshmi Natarajan Mahodaya, for making this extremely clear even in shabdas. Time permitting, maybe we can do Manas Shabda, which was one which she used to make us repeat quite a few times. And the distinction she used to make very clearly. Manaha, Manasi, Manamsi. So Manasi is Dvivachanam. Manamsi is Bahuvachanam. So she used to insist. Manaha, Manasi, Manamsi. He Manaha, He Manasi, He Manamsi. And she taught us so well that, it is just... it is stuck in my head, like the way, it just comes before my eyes, the way we used to sit before her and she used to gesture and make us recite these shabdas. and how she was very precise when we were reciting whether shabda or dhatus for hrasva and dirgha. And that is how this she might have done. We learned from her what probably more than 20 years ago now. So in our school days, and she has done this for lakhs of students, and it still is in my head so clearly that even if I don't look at the book and read, that manaha manasi manamsi is so clear. So that is the advantage when you sit before someone, and which is why I'm saying if you can find some groups, you can do it and be very clear about hrasva dirgha differentiation and shabda dhatus. Then once you practice it multiple times like that, reciting clearly with the difference, it will stay registered in your minds, and while writing or when you want to use it at any point of time in future, you will not have a doubt. Okay. Next. So I would recommend all of you to please learn in the tune, practice with the raga. There is a reason our sages are rishis, and they have, since many thousands of years, this language has been handed down, and the way they have taught, there is a reason, because they know how, which is easy to grasp, and these methods are there for us to make use of with the raga to learn better, to memorize faster. Okay. Now Ashirling. Urmila Mahendra Babu Bhagini.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, Bhagini.
Band Dhatho Atmanepadi Ashishi Ling. Bandishishta Bandishiyastham.
Ta is alpa prana.
Bandishiyastam Bandishiran Bandishishtaha Bandishiyastham Bandishidvam Bandishiya Bandishivahi Bandishivahi.
Uttamam. So once I will just chant this in the tune. Bandishishta Bandishiyastam Bandishiran Bandishishtaha Bandishiyastham Bandishidhvam Bandishiya Bandishivahi Bandishimahi. So hrasva dirgha, short letter, long letter, alpa prana, mahaprana, and every samyukta akshara, every letter should be extremely clear. If any of you have attended our chanting courses, you will know that we have to be very, very precise in our pronunciation. Same thing goes for shabdas, dhatus also. And any word you read in Sanskrit, read or recite, anything like that. So now lung dhatuhu. Padmavati Bhagini.
Vand abhivadanastuttyoho atmanepadi lung avandishta avandishtatam avandishata
Again.
Avandishta avandishatam avandishata avandishtaha avandishadham avandidhvam avandishi avandishvahi avandishmahi.
Uttamam Bhagini. Okay. We have one last lakara left in Vand. That is, we will see someone who has not recited today. Okay. I think everyone has recited, whoever has raised your hands. So Geeta Krishnamurti Bhagini. Last one.
I
Bring.
started at
Yes.
a
Yes.
Vandadhatu अभिवादनस्तुत्योः आत्मनेपदी लृङ् लकारः अवन्दिष्यत अवन्दिष्येताम् अवन्दिष्यन्त अवन्दिष्यथाः अवन्दिष्येथाम् अवन्दिष्यध्वम् अवन्दिष्ये अवन्दिष्यावहि अवन्दिष्यामहि.
Uttamam Bhagini. Rasvadika differentiation was very clear. Uttamam. So we have completed the 10 lakaras in Bhu and Vand. So when we say Bhu Sattayam or Vand Abhivadana Stutyoho, it just means, in what sense that lakara is used. That dhatu is used. So for saluting or praise, Abhivadana or Stuti. Stuti is praise, Abhivadana saluting. So in the sense of saluting or praise, Vand. And in the sense of being, it is Bhu. Gam Gamane. In the sense of going, it is Gam Dhatu, Gachati. That you don't need at this stage. It is given in your book and I included here. So you don't really need to learn those, memorize at this stage. But you must know that Sanskrit is so precise that the dhatus, we have these formulae given. In what sense is this dhatu used? Dukrin karane, gam gamane. So like that we know for doing a particular action, for showing that some action is being done, in that sense we use kri dhatu, karoti kurutaha, like that. Okay, so today we have had an overview of the 10 lakaras. Like I said, just as an introduction to you in this first course of Pravesha. And it is a good exercise for you to read these aloud so that you're familiar with the forms and improve your skill of pronunciation and reciting. And like I said, be very careful with every letter, because here in dhatus and shabdas, every hrasva dirgha makes a difference. So be sure that you are pronouncing correctly. For that, for the shabdas, which is why I highly recommend that product, so that if you don't have a live teacher before you, that product, if you use, you will know that you are not going wrong. Sometimes we think we are reading right, but we might be making some error in, hrasva dirgha. Then to unlearn that again becomes more effort. And for dhatus, for now, the product has 4 lakaras, which are the basic ones. At this stage, if you memorize those 4 lakaras for basic verbs itself, it is sufficient for Pravesha level. Okay, so now we will just begin lesson 12 because it begins with the Sukti again. So I will just do the Sukti today. Lesson 12, Dvadashaha Pathaha, Tasmin Pathe Prashnapatrika Asti. So you have 2 question papers, I think, given to you in your textbook. These are like model papers, and for one of them, you have the answers also given. So you can check that. And like I said, we have uploaded the question papers of a few previous years in our course page. Next Sunday, we will discuss a few of the questions from the papers. We will also discuss the pattern of questions asked, like one-line answers, shabda, etc. Okay. We will just complete with the sukti of the last sukti. I think we began with Arabdham Uttama Janahana Parityajanti. That which is started, great people never give up in between. So we have all come this far. This is just the beginning. We have a long way to go in our journey of Sanskritam. And this is the final suktihi in Dvadashaha Pathaha. Jivane yavadadanam syat pradanam tatodhikam. Jivane yavadadanam syat pradanam tatodhikam. This is from a Subhashitam. I could not get the source. If I get it, I will include in the PPT. The entire Subhashitam goes thus. Jivane yavadadanam syat pradanam tatodhikam ityesha prarthana smakam bhagavan paripuryatam. Jivane yavadadanam syat pradanam tatodhikam ityesha prarthana smakam Bhagavan paripuryatam. Jivane, in life, Saptami Ekavachanam. Yavat, how much? I think we have learned Yavat Tavat, the usage. Yavat means how much. Adanam means receipt or receiving, what we receive from the world, from others. Syat might be there. Pradanam, that is donating, giving to others, to the world for causes. Tataha adhikam, more than that. Tatodhikam, when you split it is tataha adhikam. Jivane yavat adanam syat pradanam tataha adhikam. Tataha means more than what you receive, you must give. So in life, what you receive, what you donate should exceed what we receive. So this we should understand. The word adanam means receive. Now, or accumulate, I just put it to understand it contextually better. So this could be said in the sense of various things, like it could be in the sense of wealth, vidya, good deeds, help. So whatever help need not be only monetary. Whatever help we receive from others, we should try to help the world more than that. So in that way, this is about a guide of life as to how we have to lead our lives. The second line says, Ityesha prarthana asmakam bhagavan paripuryatam. Bhagavan, O God, esha prarthana asmakam. This is our prarthana. This is our prayer. This is what we seek, ask for. Paripuryatam, may it be fulfilled. Okay, so again, there are many subhashitas like this, how the coconut trees, just by drinking, taking little water from the roots, whatever they get from the roots, they grow so tall, and every part of the coconut tree is useful. The bark, the leaves, and the coconut itself, the shell, the water, the fruit inside. So everything is useful. And we have studied other subhashitas also, how the cows give milk for the sake of others, and how the paropakaraya duhanti gavaha, paropakaraya vahanti nadyah, paropakarartham idam shariram. This body or human form is for the sake of helping others. So, jivane yavat adanam syat pradanam tatah adhikam. In life, whatever we receive, we should give more than that or donate more than that. So this is the sukti. And afterwards, you have the prashna patrika given to you. We may not discuss the one in which the answers are already given, because you have the key in your books. So let us go through maybe a few papers here. I don't know if we'll be able to do the entire paper in 1 hour, but a few questions from each exercise, and request you to please go through the question papers which are uploaded in the course page already. That will give you a practice. So you all, once you are thorough, you can actually time yourselves and take and write preparatory exams and correct it yourself. So another very important tip which my guru, Mata Anantalakshmi, used to give us is, she used to say, I will give you a preparatory, and if we said, Mata, we are not prepared, she would tell us, it's okay, I don't expect closed book. You open the textbook and you write. So like that, even if you open the textbook, and for preparing for yourself, this is to prepare for the final assessment, you keep a question paper, you feel you're not prepared enough, don't keep postponing till the last minute. I will thoroughly study everything and then write a paper. It might be too late. You may not have time. So what you could do is just start, and this is one of the ways you can actually learn and prepare for the exam. That is the Samskriта Bharati Pravesha. Take previous papers and start trying. If you don't know the answer, go through the textbook, find the answer and write it down. That way itself you will write, you will learn. And once you are thorough, then you can do a closed book. This is a closed book exam, the final one in Pravesha. So, but till you learn, that is a way of learning. And you will flip through so many lessons when you're looking for an answer. You will go through so much that in the process, you will learn it. So this is another method you could adopt. Okay. Okay. Now, we have come to the end of in the sense we have finished Sukti in lesson 12. Lesson 12 is question paper. Request you all to please go through. Next Sunday, we will discuss the pattern of the question paper and a few questions. And after that, we will have the valedictory session in which there will be no teaching. So with this, let us conclude today's class with Shanti Mantraha. You have anything to share, any questions, any doubts, please mail me this week, because next Sunday will be the final teaching lesson. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. सर्वेभ्यः हृत्पूर्वकधन्यवादाः। पुनः सर्वेभ्यः सङ्क्रान्तिपर्वणः भोगिपर्वणश्च हार्दाः अनन्ताः शुभाशयाः। आगामि रविवासरे पुनर्मिलामः। राम राम राम, धन्यवादाः।